Well, good morning, everybody. My name is Shannon Fisher, care of Webinescence Enterprises, here to deliver the 7-day forecast for today, which is Monday, April the 17th, valid right through and including Sunday, April the 23rd of 2023. Just going to take a couple of moments here to create the sacred space and cleanse this space with some dragon's blood sage. Oh my goodness, this is the first time I've lit this, and wow. Oh, is it ever beautiful? So clearing the sacred virtual space for you as well. Just close our eyes and acknowledge the land where we stand, where we work and we play. For me, I am on the unceded territory of the Stolo Nation and pay my deepest respects to all the tribes here within and extend that gratitude and honor to our great Mother Earth. Without her, no life would be here. All my relations. Thank you. Okay. Well, I believe I have fixed the issue that I was having with the microphone. I went into the settings on my computer and realized that the microphone on my camera was kicking in instead of the other better microphone that I have. So that has been fixed, I believe. So we're just going to dive right into this. Sitting with Spirit this morning to get our messages for this week channeled right through. There were 3 words that came in very softly, but very clearly, one right after the other. And they were breathe, listen, and observe. So I did that. While I was getting that message, I just concentrated, became very conscious of my breath, breathing in. And then on that out breath, just slowing the out breath and making it longer as I breathe out, longer than the in breath. So beautiful practice to become more aware of our breath on a conscious level and to slow ourselves down. It helps to regulate the body on a physical level as well as stop the mind from racing. Focus on that breath and slow it down. Then we come back into alignment. And within just a few short breaths like that, you get a lot more centered. And then from there, the listening part just kicks in. And I could hear the birds. I'm not judging anything. So another message that came through while I was listening was, without judgment, just observe, be aware. And for me, I was becoming more and more appreciative of what it was that I was hearing, especially the sounds of nature. When the birds started chirping, it was music to my ears. And I started filling up with more gratitude. And then I was just observing what I was feeling, noticing there were certain parts of my body that had tension in there. So I just breathed and allowed myself to relax the tension in that area. And within a couple of breaths, it was completely relaxed. So that was a wonderful practice that I was guided to be put into as part of the delivery for our messages this week. Because we do have a total solar eclipse happening on Wednesday. So for those of us up in the northern hemisphere, we will not be seeing this. This is happening and visible for those down under in the southern and eastern, southeastern parts of the world. Next year, I believe, is when we will get to be on the other end of the spectrum for visibility. Nonetheless, the energies of this eclipse are absolutely already being felt. And the gateway for us is actually opening on the day of the eclipse. And this gateway is an opening for us to really start aligning with the things that we want in our lives and making those decisions and movements away from the things that are no longer serving us. So, learning our lessons and then making better choices if that's what needs to be done, and opening up to um, embrace the alignment of what it is that we do want in our lives, because that saying out with the old to make room for the new is um, very pertinent to what we're navigating. And it's very true, because if we're holding on to things that we're supposed to be letting go of, but we want these new things to come in, there's no room for that to come in. So we're actually blocking that stuff to come in if we're not, you know, releasing what needs to be released. And I understand sometimes some things can be hard, but if you don't currently feel that you have what it is that you know you want and that you deserve, then allow yourself to let go of the idea that this situation, right, is going to change into what it is that you want, but you actually know right now it's not in alignment with that. Um, just because it's not working out in a certain situation doesn't mean that you're not going to get it. It's just sometimes the characters that we have in place of that dream were not the ones. They're there for us to teach us the lessons that we needed to understand and grow from, have our boundaries, know ourselves better, and then learn how to let that go so we're not compromising what it is that we want in our life. And once that goes, the doors open up for the right characters to come in to fulfill those dreams. Yes. So the last message here was from Spirit: beware of procrastination. They had that on repeat: procrastination, procrastination. So our messages here with this are to tie up loose ends. If there's been some projects on the go that you're still quite passionate about and would like to continue and finish, now's the time. Set some time each day for yourself. Just set the intention that you're going to do a little bit, even if it's only 5 or 10 minutes towards that goal. Because each day that, it adds up and you'll get closer and closer to the end. So aim to finish what's already been started, especially if it's still passionate within you to work on and strive for. And if that passion has faded, well, then let it go. Let's get rid of it so it's not taking up space in the background somewhere that you might not be aware of, that's hindering the blocking from this new direction to take place, right? If you're still passionate about it, then start doing a little something with it each and every day. And little by little, one step at a time, we will get to that completion. Because that's what this eclipse energy is all about, helping us to realign with our priorities and literally, Spirit said, get shit done. Get her done. And yeah, we will have, what is it? Is it 2 weeks before the partial lunar eclipse? I'm not 100% sure. if it's in 2 weeks, that we'll have a partial lunar eclipse. So and then that eclipse gateway that opened is going to close, right? And don't worry, there's another opening and a closing later on this year, I believe in October. Yeah, so anyway, it's a powerful time right now, especially if you're very clear on what it is that you're ready to let go of in your life, and clear of what it is that you do want in your life. Don't worry about the how. Remember, it's really important to flex a faith and trust muscle with our connection to all that is, and allow it to bring forth the opportunities that are in alignment. Just be ready to take them when you see them. Don't sit back and go, oh no, I'm going to wait for another opportunity just to make sure that the steps are in the right, that this is going to be the right thing. That's not trusting or having faith, and Spirit's not going to do that for you. This is a dance where you're given something, and if it feels like it's in alignment, well, you just go, you do it, and see where it leads you. It's an absolutely beautiful process. And then each time you do that, you remember. And then it's like taking that leap of faith and then realizing that that was the best decision that you possibly have ever made to bring you closer to your goal. Okay. So we're going to pull some cards now. I have got my chakra line deck here. And I sold a copy this weekend at the Witches Flea Market. Very happy. So if anybody's interested in this guidebook and the cards, please give me a shout. I could talk about it a little bit more in depth, but this is an energy healing tarot and oracle card deck. That's the cards. It's 50 cards in the deck. And the manual here is a metaphysical guide of self-mastery. So you have a tarot and an oracle card message, and then you have some work to do with the energies that come up with the cards that are chosen. So there are positive affirmations recommended to do for 3 minutes, a few times throughout the day for up to a few days, just to help work with those energies that have come up for you in the reading that you're doing. And also there is a guided meditation on the back. So if you do end up getting the deck, you will see here, this side here is the tarot message connected to the main chakra of the card, and then an oracle message connected to the subchakra energy of the card, which is pertained in the border. Okay. And then the work is the positive affirmations. And on the back of this is the guided meditation for that card. Very detailed, but very simple. And I've added some crystals in connections, just a general recommendation of crystals to use for each of the energy centers, the 7 main chakras here. There's a reference guide at the back of the book for you too, a quick reference guide for those kind of things if you decide that you are going to do the work with it. But it's totally up to you. You can just pull the cards to get those messages and leave the rest, or if you feel like doing a little deeper work with it, it's highly recommended that you do, because remember, your management of self is your responsibility, nobody else's. And in order to change our outside world, we have to first get in alignment and balanced within. That's how it works. Okay, so most important message for the general collective for the week of April 17th through 23rd, 2023, please and thank you. Most important message for the general collective for the week of April 17th through 23rd, 2023. Thank you. I'm just pulling cards from all the decks right now before I dive into each of the messages. Cool. Really like the Divine Energy Oracle. Tells it like it is. No holds barred. Okay, so starting with the Chakra Line Energy Healing deck. The first card. So usually I pull one card from each deck, which represents our physical reality as we know it, so our day-to-day lives. And then what remains at the bottom of the deck is a bigger picture, energetic overview, right? Or higher self message, if you will. Excuse me. One moment. Got a frog in my throat. All right. Interesting. So the first card that we're working with here from my deck is the fifth throat chakra is the main energy, and the subchakra energy is held within the fourth heart chakra, which is represented by the color green. The throat is represented by the color blue. So down here in the corner, you will see 5-4. So 5 is the number of the, throat chakra, and 4 is the number of the heart chakra, right? So that's that. So main chakra is the throat in this deck card. And the subchakra energy, which is helping to counterbalance whatever might be overactive or underactive within you, okay? And that is held in the heart chakra. So the tarot message that is connected to the throat chakra for us this week is the Hierophant. And this represents the educational encounter between teacher and a student. This person embodies tradition and law, including the spiritual, cultural, and scientific backgrounds. This energy is representative of exchanging knowledge and tools for helping others. The Hierophant recognizes the importance of fundamentals. The advice is to realize that we are in a period of teaching and learning within our relationships. Let the energy of the Hierophant help us understand all aspects of a particular topic. Teachers are also always learning from their students. And then the oracle message connected to the heart chakra is to open our heart with no personal agenda other than pure love. It could also indicate the opposite, which is a denying of this divine blessing. An ability to follow your heart can appear to others as careless or even strange, yet in truth, everyone wishes to obtain that connectedness and oneness within the heart, for it is a gift bestowed upon us all. Right? So the positive affirmations to work with both these energies is I am expressive. I know and speak my truth. I am loved and loving. And the gemstones to work with here is I chose turquoise for the throat, and rainbow fluorite is what I had chosen for the heart chakra. Now, trust your own instincts when it comes to working with your chakras and the energies, because sometimes different crystals of different colors will be what is calling out to you to help balance those energies. So, my recommendations are simply just that, a recommendation. It's really, really important that you trust your own intuition and what you feel is calling for you in the moment. In the bigger picture and higher self, let me just get the page ready here. The higher self energetics message for us from the chakra line deck for this week is the main energy is held within the heart chakra. So we are working with the heart quite a bit this week. Okay. And the subchakra energy, which is helping to balance what's been out of balance within the heart, is the number 2 in the color orange, which is the sacral chakra. Oh, excuse me. So, with the main energy of the heart chakra, the tarot message connected to this is the King of Swords. And this represents a very cool and calm, collected individual. This person looks at things objectively and makes decisions based on that basis. This person is also very intelligent, a great communicator, and can see through ideas to the core values. The advice here is that we are dealing with someone who is very professional and focused on what needs to get done. Don't take it too personally if this person seems critical or dispassionate in their dealings with you or your ideas. They know what works and what doesn't, and will just simply let you know without holding back. So don't take things personally. Be open to receive advice coming from somebody who has experience, right? It could be very helpful to be open instead of closed off, which then ends up feeling like you're taking something on a personal level, and it's not like that at all, right? So the subchakra energy held within the sacral chakra here, the oracle message connected to this energy refers to movement and true feelings. Focus on that which supports you. You may have a heightened emotional state, and this card can either inspire or discourage you. You are being offered a way of getting something back on track. So that's interesting with what Spirit's message is about. Beware of procrastination, right? So just beware of where you kept having an idea or kept saying to yourself, oh, I'm going to work on this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. So maybe make yourself a list or a Post-it note and put it up somewhere where you go each morning to do your morning rituals, whether it's, having coffee, doing meditation, sitting and listening to nature, whatever that is for you. But have that Post-it note with your priorities, right? And bang out at least 10 minutes after you do your morning settle in, right? Get 10 minutes towards whatever idea or project is that you've had going, and it seems to have been on the go for many years. I've got one of those. Actually, no, I've got more than one. I've got 2 of them, and there's these other ideas coming in, but I can't. It's really hard to be able to dive into these new ones when these old ones are still vying for my attention to get wrapped up and completed. And if I'm not really passionate about that anymore, then I need to do something to clear that out of my physical space and mental space so that that energy is completely moved out, and then it'll be a lot easier to align to work with this new stuff. Okay? So it feels like with the 2 chakra line cards here, right? As you can see, we got the green in both cards. So we are working very much with our heart chakra. So getting out of that head space, trusting how you feel, right? And letting that creative energy and expression to come on out. This is so amazing. So moving into the next messages here from the Ascended Masters in our physical reality. right? 3D position here. We got Horus with you are seeing the situation accurately. So this is the intuition and don't doubt yourself card. So most the time, if we keep asking the same question in a different way, but we're getting the same answer, so it seems, it's now time to accept that that answer that's coming is the right one. You're not going to get a different one no matter how different you ask the same question. It's time to accept what is so you can make a proper choice and move on, right? If that's the case. So we don't always like what it is that we see, or I mean, we do sometimes, but sometimes we don't. And it's really important to trust that intuition, because and if something didn't feel right, well, there's a reason for that. And this card is a very strong message for all of us to trust that intuition, right? Oh, another thing, because this moon is jumping out on me here. We have a new moon happening right during, I believe it's the same time as the peak of the total solar eclipse this week on Wednesday. For us, this is happening in the evening on April 19th around 9:40, 30 something p.m. Pacific time, that is. Yeah, so very interesting. So yes, trust your intuition, right? It's spot on. And then in our bigger picture, higher self, 5D perspective here, we got Paul the Venetian with artistic expression, right? So here's that dropping into the heart energy and working with that creative energy from the sacral chakra. Like, emotions might come up, but it's really important that you learn how to express, right? Be creative, so artistic. And that doesn't mean you have to know how to draw, okay? An artist comes in many, many different forms. And who knows, maybe you're going to create a whole nother type of artist that nobody's ever even heard of. There's so many new things available to us and that we can create, but we have to literally get out of our preconceived notions of things that is just in the mindset, and go drop down into that heart and open up to new possibilities, right? So whatever creative passion is coming up for us this week, it's really important to find a way to express that, especially with just feelings, right? If there's even some harder feelings that are coming up, find a positive way to express that. Not project it onto others. That's not what I'm saying. But personally, internally, acknowledge what you're feeling. Don't judge it. Be aware of it, and then honor it by working through it. So, for example, with anger, if anger's coming up, I mean, trust this is coming up for a reason. It's time to come up and out. So, anger is a perfect one to use as fuel to move your body, right? Go out and run if you like to run, or dance if you love to dance. That would be me. Go for walks, go for hikes, like work out in the gym, go for a swim, like physical activity to the point where you're like sweating and almost to the point of total exhaustion. This is how you can positively honor what you've been feeling and physically exercise that out of your body, right? So you're not holding on to it. Sing at the top of your lungs if that makes you feel good too, which I know it does for me. And that's why I facilitate a drum group and give permission for myself and others to let your voice be heard. Scream the words if that is what's coming up for you. Like, it's really, really important to have that expression. So you're honoring yourself, not worried about anything else. Okay. Moving on to the angels and ancestors. In the physical 3D perspective here, our message is the drum. And this message is to dream and journey, right? So, okay, Spirit says just read this one from the book right now. Will do. There it is, drum. Journey inwards to uncover insights and information that will be important for your path. Then follow that guidance. We are very connected to the other worlds at this time. The wisdom and intelligence of the earth and her magic surrounds us. The drum, which echoes the sound of Mother Earth's heartbeat, has cleared the cobwebs and dust from our inner vision. What we have seen in our dreams and inner vision is not imagination, but actual guidance, particularly if it has been coming to us repeatedly and has the potential to become a reality. Dreams do come true. Know it and live it. Oh, whoa. I'm happy I got to read that one. Very cool. All right. And then in the bigger picture, higher self, 5D perspective here, we got the water guardian. And the message here is connect with your emotions. So again, the emotions from the chakra and the higher self perspective. This is in that same line here together with this one. The sacral is usually where we do store our emotions and where our emotions get conjured up from, right? And working with the heart, we're going to honor that, right? So connecting with your emotions, honoring what you feel, and finding a beautiful, positive way to express that not only is going to liberate yourself, but it's going to help clear energies around you, surrounding you, and reverberate out and have positive effects on others without you even trying. Okay, I'm going to leave that. And then our final message coming from the Divine Energy Oracle, we have in the physical, third dimensional reality perspective, tune out distractions. So this is in alignment with the first message I got from Spirit this morning. Breathe, listen, and observe. Right? Unplug from the distractions of TV, radio, a bunch of other people doing other things. Like, it's not to say don't go out and, navigate the world, but spend some time each day where you are tuning out of your outside reality and tuning into your inner reality where your serenity, where your peace, where your calmness resides. Because that, if you're looking for peace, serenity, and calmness, it's not outside of you. It never has been and never will be. It's always right here in this space. Okay, but we do have to go in to connect to that and work with it and have a good relationship with it, right? Okay, and then the final message coming from the higher self. I feel like this is a loud one, like Spirit showing me like one of those, not a blowhorn, but kind of like a blowhorn. You talk into it and it totally amplifies your voice. You know what I'm talking about. I mean, give me the word for what that's called. Because a blowhorn, I think, is just a little thing you push a button. It's like one loud thing. But no, this is a, oh my gosh, they're not giving me the word. They're like laughing at me. So anyway, address your addictions. This is a higher self message, right? Now is the time to realize, and I think this is going into connection with the final message from Spirit that we had was beware of procrastination. So, okay, for me, my body's been procrastinating with cutting back on coffee, if not starting to eliminate it. Oh, I feel like I have to make a major sacrifice in my life because I love coffee. Oh no, they're actually saying I can have like 1 cup a day, but that should be it. When I indulge more than that, now I'm developing heartburn and it's not good. Like it's painful and it's like my body's protesting, saying, you got to stop this. And here I am procrastinating by not following through with that. So that's an addiction. Absolutely. My coffee is an addiction. And I know I can overcome it, man. I've overcome so many other addictions in my life. And every time I overcome something, it brings me more and more in alignment with the truth of who I am and my connection with Spirit. So this message is for all of us. So reflect. This week is a really good week for us to really reflect on what it is for the things that are actually serving us and are good for us, and realizing what is not and doing something about it, not just sitting back and then or putting it out of your mind because it's not going away. If it's not good for you, it's not going to be having a good effect on you, whether you're paying attention to that or not. That whole thing, out of sight, out of mind, well, not a real thing. Because our subconscious stores everything, and that subconscious programming that we have is more powerful than our conscious, right? So it's when we start working at bringing the stuff out of the subconscious that is running on autopilot, then we can start reprogramming and redirecting our life into something so much better. And if you're wanting to heal yourself, you have to be willing to make the necessary sacrifices in order to get that result, right? We can't expect to have everything just handed to us on a silver platter without us, taking the steps and doing the work. This is the part of the human experience. Yes, we can have it all. Absolutely. But are we doing what's in alignment and in resonance with having that attainment of the very things? And if the answer is no, well, then you got to look at what is it? What are the addictions? And addictions can be to many things other than drugs and alcohol, right? What are the addictions that are actually hindering and holding us back? Now is the time to address these and overcome them, right? You can do it. You can do it. We can do it. Absolutely. All right. Well, if anybody is looking for a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can find me at www.webinescence.ca. All my other contact info is on my website. I will be updating my website again, especially on that front page, because I have a lot more businesses that I'm co-creating and collaborating with, and beautiful facilitators and owners of those businesses that offer other services that I would like for people to be able to know about and have access to be able to contact them as well. So yes, lots of new things are continuing to unfold in this part, and I'm so super grateful for all the blessings and the magic and the opportunities that have been coming, are coming, and continue to unfold. I am deeply grateful for everyone and everything in my life, and I hope you guys take some time to find that gratitude for everything in your life as well. Helps raise the vibration and be more appreciative of what we have, right? So, from my heart to yours, please have a wonderful next 7 days. I will be back next Monday for your next 7 day forecast. And shine bright, for we are all beautiful souls here to light up the world. Namaste, soul family.